Hi, Scott Anderson. I'm going to be presenting to the Career Readiness Academy at Mosley Performance Learning Center and Dr. Fry for MELS 604. For this presentation, we were charged with looking through the Public School Forum of North Carolina, some of the articles, of which there's a ton of great information, and especially the Roadmap of Need PDF and how it relates to curriculum development and instructional delivery at your school. The so what, why, or why does it matter to me about my school? And finally, how does this information help us to prepare our students for a vibrant economy? So I'm going to start sharing the screen of my PowerPoint with you this time. All right. So here we have the Public School Forum of North Carolina. There's the link. I always like to use ocean stuff because I love the ocean. Okay, so our presentation focus for today will be an overview of the Public School Forum website. I have a link here, top 10 education issues for 2017. I thought that this article is very important and it should be something that we focus on at our school, seeing that is a priority of our state. Priorities for the Career Readiness Academy at Mosley as they relate to that top 10 article. Effects of top 10 priorities on curriculum development and instructional delivery at Mosley. The Roadmap of Need, an in-depth breakdown of that. The so what part of the assignment. Priorities based on the roadmap information, and how do we combine priorities from top 10 and roadmap to support a vibrant economy. I also kind of briefly touch on one of the articles that was on the forum website. Throughout the presentation, there's links. I linked everything up just because I got to move fast. I only have 15 minutes. So here's the top 10 list of priorities for education in North Carolina 2017. The ones in yellow were the ones that I wanted to focus on for Mosley, just because a lot of these other ones we really don't have too much of a say in. I mean, if you submit your questions to the teacher advisory committee and your superintendent actively participates in that, yes, the making teaching great again, the funding public schools fairly and all that stuff. I feel like that's more of a district level to state level thing, not a school thing. But the areas in yellow are what I thought we could focus on at Mosley. Maintain a strong focus on race in public education, enable transition to personalized digital age learning, create meaningful and streamlined assessments, and increase support for the state's struggling schools. In the red, that is the number of the area to focus on from the top 10. And here's a little breakdown of what exactly it means. We provide executive level district leadership to racial equality efforts, provide professional development. So I thought for Mosley that was going to be the big one. If we could focus on utilizing a language of equity, which is obviously something we would need to talk about, analyze data to help support and develop school policies at work. Currently we use our RTI, SST, and MTSS processes at Mosley, and we should continue to utilize those and to better meet the needs of our students. And then professional development, understanding the role of implicit bias in decision making, which I really didn't understand until I read the top 10 focus. The next area would be enable the transition to personalized digital age learning models, connectivity, networking, provide professional development on technical aspects of that, establish standards and review process. This is all great stuff here. And this one's very important for our 21st century skills. At Mosley, we need to create an environment where personalized digital education for student preparation for success in college, careers, and global engagement is the norm. Utilize the NC Digital Learning Plan to guide instructional outcomes. And this is something that we're going to have to go through as a staff and look at, but I did hyperlink it here so you can kind of begin to wrap your head around that. The next one from the top 10 was create meaningful and streamlined assessment. Build on DPI's studies of interim assessments, align testing requirements with federal ESSA regulations. So what Moseley will utilize NC EOC and EOG data coaching, interim assessments, benchmarks, formative and summative assessment strategies through grade assessment model. And the assessment model link is here. This is something else that we are already utilizing a lot of this, especially the benchmarking and summative and formative assessment. It's something we've already had professional development on this year. Lastly is increased support for the state struggling schools, accountability system, adopt school improvement strategies. We are a struggling school, and we all are actively involved with our NC STAR indicator system. The link is here to it. Everybody just got 3 more last week. So we should be working on those NC STAR indicators and inputting our stuff on how we're meeting those indicators. And those indicators are all based on best practices in 21st century learning and career college ready scaffolding. All right, on to the roadmap of need 2016. This is an in-depth assessment of our North Carolina youth. The 4 main areas are health, youth behavior and safety, education, economic development. Bring attention to school board. The roadmap is designed to bring attention to school board members, county commissioner, and members of the General Assembly in order to inform their efforts to create state and local policies, address significant community needs. Well, we should have a say in this also. So in the yellow throughout this is the So What Moseley piece. Okay, so this is our health data as it compares. There's 100 counties. So for health data, we actually ranked number 1, which is awesome to me because I'm the wellness coordinator for the district, and we have a lot of wellness initiatives going on at Moseley. They don't really fall too much into these categories, but they are things that we talk about, like especially in health class, teen pregnancy, physicians, the child fatality ranking. We talk about risky behaviors of students and teens, the insecurity bank and obesity. We work on this with our healthy school program. We help our students through NourishNC, and this is the average ranking. So each of the 4 is going to have an average ranking there at the end. So I chose us. I took the top 3 for this one. Wake County is a really large county, so they are probably kind of comparable to us. Youth behavior and safety data. So we ranked 82 out of 100, which is not very good. Charlotte-Mecklenburg, which is the largest county, is 64, and then Gates County is number 1. So we have high number of juvenile delinquency, short-term suspensions, juvenile detention, custody, DSS, child neglect and abuse. So this is something that we really need to focus on, and I have some strategies for that later. Educational data, overall, we rank 14 out of 100. That's pretty good. Charlotte-Mecklenburg is 30, so that's a really large county. I use Charlotte for pretty much the rest of these. One thing that struck me is our graduation rate here. That really brought us down, and I know that is a priority. I heard Dr. Markley talking about that the other day in a meeting I was at with him. So that is definitely going to be a priority, and that's something that we will address. Math 1 proficiency, that is us. ACT, our students are taking that tomorrow. So these are all things that we need to be aware of. We're doing pretty well. Obviously, there's room for improvement. And economic development, which is something we're going to talk about later. But overall, we rank 18. Child poverty should be on our radar, and single parent households also should be on our radar. Okay, so what does this all mean? These are the averages. On average, we overall ranked 14 in the state. Focus on curriculum design delivery at Moseley. So for health, we are doing, we should keep our focus on talk about childhood fatalities and our teaching, like risky behaviors that lead to that. Continue to work with NourishNC to support our families in need with our communities in school connection, and continue work with our Alliance for a Healthier Generation to hit on our childhood obesity program. That's for health. Next up is our youth behavior, 82. That was really not very good. All areas of the YBS should be focused on. We need to continue to work with the What Clinic, utilize our MTSS, RTI, and ST team meetings at Mosley, continue to utilize our ABE behavior monitoring system, which we haven't really had any issues with behavior this year. Utilize the referral process for counselors and support services. That is something I think we can do a better job of. Educational data should be placed on our graduation rate, which honestly, that's one thing that we've been able to hang our hat on, and we're trying to get those kids that did not come in a cohort to graduate. Lastly, economic development. We should pay attention to our single parent students and child poverty, kind of be looking out for McKinney-Vento possible situations, students that are maybe having struggles. Okay, lastly, I gotta hurry up here. The Forum Study Group article, I found this article and I thought it was great. It really hit on our economic development for a vibrant economy. Our Kids Won't Wait was face a question of economic viability. The state's education system lays the foundation for economic viability. 20,000 students drop out, so that drops our job market, makes it bleaker. Today's job market trends, you're almost certainly required to need a college education to be successful, high school at a minimum. Some options can begin immediately with no cost, and getting good teachers and principals is key. Personnel policies and reducing dropout rates should be at the heart of our school improvement, and companies are looking for a skilled workforce. We focus heavily on this at Mosley. So what? We need to utilize our knowledge of the public school forum top 10 information in our daily instructional delivery. We need to utilize our 21st century learning framework and interdisciplinary themes in all lesson design. This is something we talk about constantly at professional development at our school. Continue to utilize our NC STAR improvement tools. We need to continue to align our lessons with our NAF Academy principles and plans, because these are all going to help us get our students to a point where they are helping our economy in the long term, getting them college and career ready. So this is from our mission statement. The CRA at Mosley PLC model is designed to increase student achievement and graduation rates, provide relevant job skills and credentials to students, and to increase sustainable partnerships with local communities and business. We need to continue to follow through with this. It is something that is written all over our school, and we need to stick to that. These are my references. These are the 3 articles that I used. I know that I really kind of sped through this. If you want to go back and look at any of that information, it will be there for you when I email this link out to the video. One thing I would like to say is that our students at Mosley, I feel like, are being prepared to be productive members of a vibrant economy. I definitely think that our curriculum development and instructional delivery is on point with this motto of getting our students ready to contribute back. And we're constantly talking about how to relate our information to college and career readiness. That roadmap, I think that it would be beneficial for anyone to take a big look at that and kind of see where our kids are and be aware of those situations and issues that our kids may potentially have. So with that said, I'm running out of time, and that is my presentation on the Public School Forum and the Roadmap of Need.